Okay, so this is the first way that we may do. Some of you may say that, okay, when we have this sum function already, this one we have 12 cells together that we have to just like find the total revenue in here. It's still okay. But if you have 100 cells and you have to click for 100 times in the function, and you don't know whether you just like click every cells correctly or not, or you may forgot to click on some cell or skip some cells, what should we do? Okay, instead of just like choosing the cell like this, if you have the range, if you have the range of cells that you would like to that you want to find the sum, or for some functions where they need to have the calculation in range, instead of choosing or by picking one cell at a time, we do like this. We just start equals to sum, open parenthesis, and after that you drag the cells that is applied to this function. In this example, it's C3 to C14. You drag them, or if you type the first cell followed by colon, the last cell. This is the range, to specify the range of the cell. Now in this one, once you just like, okay, let me do it again. I put equals to sum, open parenthesis, and then I start dragging to get the range of the cell. After that, I close parenthesis and press enter. I get the same value. Both of them are okay. Right. Then we can do the same thing. Okay. With other column. I can copy this one. Okay, it's from D3 to D14. Yeah, that's correct. F3 to F14, correct. G3 to G14, correct. This is a way that we can do. Okay, so now before we move on to the next function, up to this point, do you have any questions? Okay, so this one I don't want row number 16 anymore, because it's just like handpick each cell. Yeah, so I want to have this one instead. Okay, so I have a question in the chat box. Thanapon asked me that how to reveal hidden content. Okay, so in here you can see that, okay, we have column D and column F with the small vertical lines in between. That means column E is hidden here. So in order to unhide the column, you choose the column in front and at the back of the hidden column, or you choose the row in before and after the hidden rows. Highlight them first. After that, you right click and choose unhide. This is the way to unhide. Right. Okay. This one I don't want this calculation. Okay. Now, if you don't have any question, let me move on to the next function. You know how to use sum already. Now the next function is min function. Min function or minimum function. Minimum function is the function that we use in order to find out the minimum value among all the values that you have got in the range. In this case, if we have 3, 5, 7, and 8, we will find out the minimum value among these 4 cells. So for sure, the answer will be 3. This function will return the minimum value among these cells. The things that we have to do is that we just specify the min function and so on. Now let me just like teach you how do we gonna have the next way in order to use this function instead of manually typing. Somebody just like say that I prefer to just like click to choose from the list of the function instead of typing the function manually. We have two different waysนะครับ more in order to insert the function than just like typing. The first oneนะครับ is that we may go to the formula นะครับ we may go to the formula menu in here นะครับ once you click on formula นะครับ you can see that there will be insert function นะครับ there will be insert function. Sorry, let me change the color. There will be insert function here. That you can choose it. Or you can choose the functions นะครับ in this library นะครับ if you know the category of the function that you are using นะครับ in here. So that is the first way. After that นะครับ apart from this way that you go to formula menu and go to insert function or the function in each in a specific library, you can see that on the menu sorry on the same line as the formula bar, you see fx นะครับ it's the same as fx in here. That is the insert function button. So if you click on fx, it just pop up a window for you as well. Then you just type the function นะครับ the part of the name of the function that you want to use. For example, in the search box I type min and then I click go นะครับ it show out like the function name นะครับ or functions that are related to min นะครับ for you in here. This is a min function. Underneath นะครับ the drop down list here, you see the description of that function. For the min function, we have min number 1, number 2, comma dot dot dot. It means that you can use this function นะครับ with the arguments more than just 2 arguments here นะครับ for numbers of cells or numbers of the values that you want to have to find the min นะครับ and min function here returns smallest number in a set of values that you specify in the parentheses. Ignores logical values and text. It means that if you have some value like this ครับ you can see that if you highlight the cell like this, in the cell G30, this is the text. Text will be automatically excluded from the min นะครับ okay, so in here นะครับ let me just like show you this example นะครับ suppose we would like to use min function นะครับ min function once again นะครับ I have to click OK นะครับ to accept this function and then I insert the number. So in this one I can specify the range of numbers as well. For example นะครับ in here I just want to choose this range G28 to G32. Unfortunately, in cell G30, it has the word test. That is the text. Text is not comparable for finding the minimum value. It will be automatically excluded from this list นะครับ It's still in the range, but they will not consider this cell for you. So you can see that in the function argument box, it shows you three interesting values. The first one, you can see that it has a bracket 2 semicolon 3 semicolon test semicolon 1 and semicolon 5. This is the set of values that you include in this considering in the min function นะครับ This is first interesting thing. When you see this one, you know immediately whether all of the values that you consider นะครับ they are just like all of the value that you want or not นะครับ Next, this one นะครับ you see equals 1 in here. This is the intermediate result. It's showing you that, okay, from this number that you are considering, which value is the smallest value, and it shows as number 1. Formula result means that if you click OK, what will be the formula that will be shown on the cell that you are choosing? It shows 1. In here, if I click OK, it shows number 1, right? Okay, so if I just like do the min นะครับ between the yellow cell here 3, 5, 7 and 8 นะครับ I just type equals to min open parenthesis and then choose these cells นะครับ close parenthesis C25 to F25. So the minimum should be 3 anyway up in here. Right. Okay, this is minimum function. Now let me talk about maximum function. It's in the same manner as min นะครับ You just specify the arguments that are values or numbers that you want to find the maximum นะครับ In here I just click insert function and then type max to search for it นะครับ It returns the largest value in the set of values, ignore logical values and text, same as min นะครับ I click OK. So in here, if I just want to find out the maximum value in the yellow cells in the C25 to F25, I just highlight them. And then you can see that intermediate result show us that it's 8. And the final result will be 8 as well if I click OK. Okay. After that, the last one is the average function. Average function is the function that we use to find the average values นะครับ of a specific set of cells that you choose. For example นะครับ for example how this one is calculated. Okay. Suppose I want to find the average of these 4 cells. The things that this function will do is that the first one, it finds the sum of this number first. So it will be 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8. After that, it counts how many values นะครับ will be evaluated. It will be 1, 2, 3 and 4 values. So that means after its sum, it will be divided by 4. So it will be 25 by 4. Then it shows 6.025 as the average value นะครับ automatically. So in this one, okay, let's just like choose average นะครับ If you see in the list of the function already, you may just choose it straight away นะครับ So this one, I just click to choose average, or you may type in the search box as well. Average will return the average. That is what we call arithmetic mean นะครับ of the arguments, which can be numbers or names, arrays, or reference that contain numbers. In this class, we just like use it for the numbers, or arrays only. Arrays mean group of cells. Arrays mean group of cells. So in this one, I click OK. And after that, I choose the cell C28, C25 to F25. You can see that. Oh, I just like put the wrong sum. Sorry, it is 23, not 25. 23 by 4. So it is like 5.75 for us. 5.275 for us. Yeah. So this is the average function that we have. Okay. So for these 4 different, for min, max, and average, do you have any questions about these 3 more functions? Min, max, and average. Okay. So if you don't have any questions, so I want you to find this value. This one, I want you to find these values. Everyone, please find the minimum, maximum, and average revenue on both years for me. I give you 3 minutes. Please find this value for me. Okay, finish yet, everyone? So for finding these values นะครับ I'll start with the minimum revenue first just start min นะครับ followed by the revenue in 2020 first. I do one column at a time so that I can copy to like other sales in other columns ครับ this is minimum revenue for max ครับ I do the similar way and the average ครับ I put the average function นะครับ on cell C3 นะครับ to C14 so นะครับ then I get the function already sorry I get the value already for revenue in US dollars in 2020 then I just copy this I copy this function นะครับ to apply with revenue in Thai baht of 2020 copy the same set of sales to revenue in US dollars 2021 and revenue in Thai baht of 2021 นะครับ and by the way you can see that in here because all of the symbols นะครับ are not correct for the revenue in Thai baht I have to change the formatting of the sales นะครับ don't forget to change นะครับ otherwise you'll be confused I have to highlight the sales that I want to change the format first and then after that in here I change it to be Thai baht by clicking it choose format sales นะครับ and then change the currency exchange symbol นะครับ to be displayed as
I think maybe your screen is freezing or something.
Oh, sorry. I forgot to just like I paused the screen accidentally. Thanks for telling me นะครับ Okay, just let me show you again. For min function นะครับ max and average นะครับ we did it like this. After that we copy นะครับ these values นะครับ to other columns นะครับ Okay, after that I'm going to change the format of the cells นะครับ that are still wrong from dollar sign to be Thai baht นะครับ I have to highlight them first right click choose format cells and then it must be currency now I'm changing the symbols นะครับ to be Thai baht right click format cells and then change the symbol to be Thai baht นะครับ Okay, so for Thai baht in here, I may increase the decimal points. Yeah, okay, because I guess that it must have like it may have some of the decimal points. So that's why I just like show it as well in here. Right. Okay, then we have all the minimum, maximum, and average revenue already นะครับ in here already. So นะครับ when we get like these values already, the next thing that we have to do นะครับ is that we have to know is about like the way in order to create the chart for Microsoft Excel นะครับ so I'll just like suggest you for the basic charts only นะครับ and then you can try by yourself นะครับ you can try by yourself because for the chart actually when we create any chart in Microsoft Excel it depends on your interpretation that what kind of chart that is suitable for your set of data because different set of data may require different kind of chart นะครับ because I mean like if you try to just like use line chart let's say all the time sometimes it might be just like difficult to understand some kind of data when you use pie chart it might be better while some kind of data นะครับ when you have like so many or too many data for I don't call it as too many so many data for example you have just let's say 1,000 different products in your company and you want to show the revenue นะครับ that you get from those products that you sold from the last year then if you use pie chart it might not work because you have to slice the pie to be like thousands of the slices and it will be very difficult to see or to understand then you may have to use bar chart instead นะครับ it might be good or some kind of data for example if you want if you have like 1,000 products นะครับ in your company and you want to just like display the revenue okay in this same situation as well then you may say that okay if we use line chart it might be okay because sorry the bar chart it might be okay because it show us the comparison among different products which product you can sell more than another product but if you use line chart in that sense it may not work because line chart normally it talks about the connectivity of those products and if those products are absolutely different kind of products then you shouldn't have any connectivity by using line chart something like that so that's why you have to choose the proper kind of chart นะครับ in different set of data by yourself นะครับ when you just like learn more you know that okay which situation นะครับ is suitable for what kind of chart now let's see นะครับ in this one assume that I would like to create the chart to show the revenue นะครับ to show the revenue in US dollars in the year 2020 so what should we do about this one นะครับ make sure that okay if we want to show the revenue together with the month นะครับ the month name or the name of the month those set of data should be stick together in the next column for example if we say that okay we want to display revenue and the month นะครับ then they should be stick like this but what if we say that I want to display revenue in 2021 and the month as well we have two different ways the first one you may copy month นะครับ and put it before 2021 นะครับ like this or sometimes นะครับ in some charts they allow you to choose two different columns that are not stick together like this one you want column B and column F นะครับ the way that we may do is that we highlight the first column that we want first for example column B right and then you keep pressing control button on your keyboard นะครับ after that you choose column F so right now it seems like you are choosing two columns that are not stick together นะครับ like this now let's talk about revenue in 2020 first you highlight them month and revenue after that we go to insertนะครับ insert menu and you see group of charts they are here นะครับ you can choose the charts นะครับ that you like or you may just choose recommended chart first to see whether it works or not if it doesn't work you can change the chart even though it's created already without deleting the old chart นะครับ you can change it on the fly so in here I just like choose recommended chart first นะครับ Excel will recommend the charts that it seems like it should work for you นะครับ okay so in this case suppose I say that I choose line chart นะครับ that Excel suggests it to me you can see that this is the preview of the line chart it shows นะครับ revenue นะครับ in the y axis and it shows month in the x axis for us and also it shows us for the chart title as revenue 2020 in US dollars นะครับ it just automatically just like prepare for us if you're okay with it you click okay but if you say that let me try other kind of chart instead you may just choose any chart type that you think that it may work นะครับ better than just the line chart okay suppose I choose this chart นะครับ this chart line chart first okay to see how it goes you can see that right now you get the chart นะครับ on top of your worksheet we call this one นะครับ the the box in here that pop up on top of your worksheet as an object นะครับ as an object right now this chart is an object in our worksheet นะครับ you can move this object around นะครับ this worksheet wherever you want for example นะครับ when you want to move you have to just like put the mouse pointer on the border นะครับ before you move otherwise if you just like put it somewhere else นะครับ it will just like change a component or move the component around inside the chart instead of moving the chart to other places for example if I just like move it down นะครับ in here so you can see that right now the chart is underneath your data already sorry is below your data already so if you want to print it out นะครับ so what do I just like want you to see you click on a blank cell ครับ somewhere so if you click on the blank cell already just try clicking file and then print you can see that right now the chart is underneath นะครับ your data นะครับ now it just show your data together with this chart นะครับ it goes together but if you say that no I want to print just my chart only what should we do นะครับ in order to print just the chart you have to click on the chart first นะครับ click on the chart to see the white circle นะครับ around this chart and then you click file and print again you can see that right now it shows just your chart only นะครับ so this one depends on what you want after you have this already sometimes we say that we want the chart นะครับ not to be in the object not to be the object in one worksheet anymore but you want to move this chart to another sheet นะครับ make this chart to be as what to say independent chart นะครับ not the object of any worksheet anymore what should we do the way to do นะครับ in order to move the chart to another sheet นะครับ to be as a new sheet you click on the chart first นะครับ to make it have like the what to say the white circle here after that you click the sign tab นะครับ now it will be a new menu for us that is called design นะครับ you can see that right now if you are in this worksheet you don't see the design tab right but if you choose this chart you see a tab called design นะครับ in here you click design and after that you choose move chart ครับ it's in the location group move chart and then it asks you that okay how do you want to move it to be in the new sheet or to be the object in what sheet now if I say that I want to move it out นะครับ I want it to be the independent chart without any data to be shown I just choose new sheet there will be a new sheet the default name is chart 1 but you can change it to be any name that you want then you click OK so right now you have a chart a tab called chart 1 นะครับ a tab called chart 1 chart 1 here gets the data from the revenue 2021 that we had beforeนะครับ okay right so whenever you have the chart already if you want to change the chart typeนะครับ, you can also do it as well how can you change it after the chart is created already and you want to change you have to click on the chart first นะครับ to see the white circle around this chart go to the design tab now you can see that we have different kind of chart design นะครับ that you may change นะครับ or you can have a new chart type if you want as well in this case I choose change chart type for example if I want to have this chart in terms of pie chart I can choose pie chart and then choose the design of the pie that I want in this case suppose I choose 3D pie ครับ then I choose OK now it shows the revenue นะครับ in pie chart already but you can see that in this example the pie chart doesn't show us for the information. For example, which color of the pie represent what month, unless you move the mouse pointer over that piece of or that slide of pie นะครับ in this one, suppose I say that I want to add the elements นะครับ I just click plus symbol, choose data label and legend, something like this, in order to show the value and also the legend, that is the month นะครับ that is applied to each slice. Also for the modern version of Excel นะครับ the chart, you can filter the chart as well. For example, if you want to show just the first quarter of this revenue นะครับ that means suppose you want to see the data from January, February and March, you can choose just these 3 slides นะครับ and then apply. It will show just like these 3 months data only, something like this นะครับ but the old version they didn't have, you couldn't filter this revenue นะครับ if you select 12 months, this pie chart or that chart will display all 12 months data for us นะครับ in here. And then you can also just like rename นะครับ whatever components that the chart has for you as well นะครับ so this one, it depends on whatever you want นะครับ okay, something like this. So suppose you change your mind, you say that okay, you want to move back this chart to be a part of your worksheet, you can also do it as well นะครับ if you want to move it back to your worksheet, the things you have to do is that you have to click on that chart first to see the white circle around this chart. Then the design tab comes back, you choose design and then choose the location to move this chart back to be the object in revenue 2021, okay, as the same. Then you click okay. So you can see that chart 1 tab is gone, sheet is gone, but it just come back as a part of this worksheet นะครับ so this is the what to say, this is the chart that we have to learn นะครับ moreover than this chart นะครับ we will learn more about the visualization of the data next on when we reach that part นะครับ okay, so then I'll stop at this point นะครับ for the chart นะครับ how to separate the chart into pieces, just easy ครับ I double click the chart and then I just like drag to move the chart anyway. That was from the previous one that I did before นะครับ okay, now it is not movable anymore because I did it already in here. You have to move it back. You do I did it at the very first time when I create this chart. Okay, this one. And after that, I just click on the chart itself, and then I just drag to make the chart to be just like move to other location like this. It will be splitting like this. Okay, right. Any other questions so far ครับ anyone? Okay then นะครับ if you don't have any question, just save นะครับ this file and then we will use it on the next class นะครับ on the next class I will talk about the next group of functions นะครับ because we start talking about the basic function already, then we'll move on to the next group of functions that are like more advanced function นะครับ it will be they will be about like the financial functions ครับ okay. For the recording, yeah, I will post, but it takes some time because I have to just like edit the video before I upload for you นะครับ if the video is ready it will be on our e-learning anyway นะครับ it will be just around like one week นะครับ by 1 week after the lecture for example the first lecture นะครับ the first lecture I will just like post it by tonight นะครับ the first lecture that is the introduction and the second lecture should be posted by Wednesday night something like that okay so any other questions so far if you don't have any question นะครับ everyone could you please turn on your camera ครับ